Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you fragrances that I consider so happy. Like, they put me in a good mood every time. Totally mood boosting, cheery, vibrant, delicious fragrances. I can't wait to share them with you. But before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. It would be amazing to have you part of the community. We are an awesome bunch and you need to be a part of it. And without further ado, let's get into this. So the first fragrance I want to talk about is from Floral Street, and it is Wonderland Peony. Now, I absolutely love this fragrance. I haven't talked about it for a while because I talked about it so much when I first got it. It's such a happy, delicious fragrance. The note breakdown of this one, it's got peony in it, and you can see that with the lovely packaging. I don't know if you can see that. It's such a beautiful bottle. Like, I just love the way these bottles look. But the fragrance inside, you definitely get that peony. There's raspberry bloom in this, but to me, raspberry bloom, whenever I smell it in a fragrance, it just smells like raspberry. There's guava in this, so there's kind of a bright juiciness. But then you also have some cotton candy in here, and also some, I think there's vetiver, maybe a bit of cedar, I'm not sure. But this is definitely a beautiful kind of bright, fruity floral. It puts me in a good mood every time. I always think of a musical with a fragrance like this. I think of kind of like a 50s musical and everyone's wearing pastels and you're at some sort of a carnival where there's a guy wearing a red and white striped bizarro suit. I don't know what the deal is there, but there's clowns and there's people doing like acrobatics, and then all of them start dancing together and having this big woo-ha. I want to be part of a woo-ha like that. Like, it would be so much fun. Like, yeah, so this fragrance, it always puts me in a happy mood. I love the cotton candy sweetness, but it's not too sweet. So where something like La Petite Robe Noire Intense has cotton candy and is really, really sweet, this one's really tempered nicely with the fruits, like that guava and a little bit of tartness, and then with the woodiness. So I really, really enjoy this fragrance. It's in the same kind of genre as a Flower Bomb Midnight, so same sort of tartness, but this one's a bit more sweet, a little bit more fluffy and girly somehow. So I just so enjoy wearing this one. The longevity is about 5 hours max, so not great for longevity, but it's such a fun fragrance that I don't care. So next happy fragrance that I have for you is Al Haramain's Amber Oud Gold Edition. Now, this is relatively affordable, like between $40 and $50 depending. It's been pretty hyped up on YouTube, but this is a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. Now, I've never smelt Yerba Pura that I can recall, but this is supposed to be a dupe for it. I've smelt similar fragrances that are in that genre, and they all smell like really fruity, slightly solar somehow, or not really solar. Like, I don't think of like the sun or like beach, but I think of like being by water, like a pool or something like that. So the stars of this show are pineapple and melon. So even just smelling it, my mouth starts watering. There's fruity notes. There's a bit of green in here, a little bit of bergamot. But primarily it's that fruity aspect that's just really fun in here. It's got some amber, musk, woody notes and vanilla in here. So again, the muskiness kind of adds to that kind of relaxing feel. So I can imagine wearing this, like if you go somewhere like kind of ritzy, it's some sort of outdoor party, there's a pool there, but everyone's kind of dressed nice, maybe drinking cocktails, having appetizers. This kind of would fit right in. Like, I can just imagine there being beautiful trees all over the place, a little bit of like, you know, in this, like when the blossoms are kind of on the trees, somehow this fits that vibe. So just really celebratory, but kind of relaxing at the same time. So super fun fragrance. And like I said, relatively affordable. The longevity on this thing is like 10 to 12 hours. So phenomenal longevity. Another one that's got phenomenal longevity that I've got to talk about is Velvet Vanilla. If I need to feel celebratory, this is the fragrance I pull out. Now, this is straight up bubblegum tuberose. There's some pear. There's a little whisper of green in this. But I mainly get the tuberose, and then as it dries down, you get vanilla, and it smells kind of like vanilla buttercream icing to me. It's got the typical Mancera DNA, little tiny bit oily feeling. I don't know how else to describe it, but nevertheless, as this dries down, it smells like vanilla buttercream icing. I want to smell, I think they've got one that's kind of like vanilla cake, or maybe it's Montal. To me, that would feel really happy and celebratory too. But this one, definitely, it's the bubblegum tuberose is the main component in this one. But somehow it just feels so happy, uplifting. Yeah, I've said it before, this is my celebration in a bottle. This one's more, this one could potentially get cloying in the super heat, but in the fall, winter, spring, this one's absolutely gorgeous. And again, a beast performer. Like, this is gonna last a good 10 to 12 hours on the skin. And it kind of develops into that vanilla buttercream icing feel. But at first you're getting just jubilant tuberose, and it's jubilant. This is like celebration in a bottle, and I love the color of that bottle. I just think it's so gorgeous. Now, this is probably my happiest fragrance. Like, when I smell this, I instantly go, like, I can't help it. And it is So Scandal by Jean Paul Gaultier. Now, this fragrance, to me, is the biggest departure from the Scandal line. And it smells, this again, tuberose. Somehow I find tuberose really celebratory and happy feeling. But the main aspects of this is tuberose and raspberry. Now, this supposedly has a little bit of milk in it. I don't really get that. I just get a bright, sweet, almost candy-esque raspberry with that happy bubblegum tuberose feel. It's just fun to wear. Whenever I put this one on, it feels like a party. And yeah, that's all I have to say. The only thing about this one is I don't find the longevity is amazing on it. So again, you're getting like 4 or 5 hours out of this one. Maybe that's why I've used up so much, but I really, really enjoy this one. You really need to sniff it to really experience it. But I think it's so, so fun and so, so happy. So those are my happy fragrances. What about you? What is your happiest fragrance? What do you put on when you're just like in some sort of a jubilant mood and you want to keep it that way? What's the fragrance that you gravitate towards? I would love to know. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you soon.